My name is Lisa Miller, Lisamiller, and I am involved with Bennevilla with their Community for All Ages garden. I've only been involved with the garden, and my girls and their parents have learned a lot about nutrition as well as gardening in working with Bennevilla to have a garden plot. For me right now, it's my Girl Scout troop, which is here in Surprise. I've got 12 girls, so it's been their garden plot. Moms have been helping, but it's really just been the Girl Scout troop. Well, in times of working to help actually create the garden as well as working in our garden plot, we've worked with all different ages of people within the community that have been nice to share their expertise both in gardening and construction, etc. Well, like I said, in working with the garden, we've worked with, people younger than us all the way up to grandparent age, and it's been nice, I think, for both the girls and the adults in those situations to be able to commingle, because a lot of them don't have either grandparents here or have grandchildren here, and it's been, I think, nice for both to be able to come together and share what they know and watch, more so the younger girls learning something that they didn't know before. Well, my girls are very friendly, but it was nice to see that they just accepted everyone else as, as if it was somebody that they knew. They were very comfortable with, all the different gardeners and the different people at Bennevilla that we had worked with. And so it was nice to see that they were comfortable and giving with their time, and I thought it was great.
Well, I like that I learn new things from older people, and it really gives me a good experience for when I'm growing up to know things if I want to do stuff, like have my own garden. It gives me good tips and pointers. It's showing them that all ages can interact, and it's showing them that we are having fun doing this. Well, we actually had a fair called the Mayfair, and it was with all ages. My Girl Scout troop was there, and Bennevilla was there, kind of interacting with all the kids and showing them the garden, like different stuff like that. And it made me feel good that all the ages were interacting with each other.
It's been exciting to see youth, elementary students, and older adults come together with our projects that we have here in Surprise. We've had 4 major projects that we've been working on through the Community for All Ages: connectivity, arts and culture, community garden, and farmers market. And in the arts and culture, we have created an art mural in our community garden where elementary students first started making the tile mosaic pieces to the garden. And then we moved it up to our Rio Salado College, where adults and other community residents of all ages came together to work on our mural project. We've been excited to see in the garden as well the elders working with youth as well in the garden. And we actually had elementary students coming out to the garden, preparing the garden for our initial buildings. Once again, the community has come together on all of our projects, and we are excited that so many of different ages and cultures, the diversity that has taken place in Surprise with our Community for All Ages initiative. We've had a lot of intergenerational activities. One has been where the children come together in an intergenerational program, our connectivity piece of Community for All Ages, where they interact with elders. And we're talking about preschoolers that interact with the elders here at Bennevilla campus, where they come together and work together, playing games, singing songs. We've also seen the community work together intergenerationally, once again with the arts and culture piece of our Community for All Ages, working on the mural and the garden piece as well. And then the farmers market. It's been so exciting to see families with young children coming and purchasing fresh vegetables and teaching their children to eat healthy and nutritionally. Well, one thing that I didn't expect is the community, the businesses and the organizations and the civic organizations that have come together and rallied around us, especially with the community garden here. We've had so much outreach from our partners and businesses and organizations that it's been phenomenal to see how many people have really come together on this community initiative.
Well, it's impacted the community in a lot of ways, but I can remember in the very early days, I don't think Bennevilla's brand new campus was up yet, but we had one of the original planning meetings over at the Rio Salado College Lifelong Learning Center, which is next door. And I remember gathering with a group of people in our community room and having a facilitator there and putting up a wall and determining what the focuses were going to be in this particular community. And I can recall having a discussion about transportation. And I remember when I first heard about transportation and the notion of connectivity, I was thinking all about elders, but then later we learned that it impacts young people too. And through that planning, we were able to have the community college, Bennevilla, the Human Services Organization, and the city recreation and parks all interconnected and built, all ADA compliant for all. And we have a bridge out there that goes into the community, and that was our idea. We would have connectivity for all into the original town site at Surprise with all the services available. Well, yes, I can actually remember putting together a promotional video that highlighted this area and this organization. And looking at the videos that had been done in the past, had kind of the perspective and leaned a little bit heavier towards the elder populations. Well, when we made the new video, one of our ideas was to infuse a youth perspective. So we had the young people from the Dysart Unified School District produce the video, come in, bring in perspective, different ideas, colors, and shapes, and included elders, medium-aged people like myself, and young people in the video, all working together. And actually one of the activities was a farmer's market where everyone was together in the community, and it kind of highlighted how we bring the generations together in this area. Well, I'm not sure if I've mentioned it, but with the transportation, early on I was thinking that transportation issues would be for those that would require ADA compliance and elders, because of the original focus when we started. And I had an elder lifelong learning group, and then Bennevilla and some of the residents that were here in the original town site, only to realize after we got into it that transportation was an issue for all generations and access. So we understood that youth had challenges in our area because of the transportation, that they couldn't get to everything they wanted to. So it was kind of a growing experience to think that youth might have access issues too. Even though they're out riding their bikes, there's no way to get across Grand Avenue. You have other barriers in communities that can restrict their access in terms of transportation too. And understanding that helped us have a more broad perspective on how to serve all ages in this community, and that's currently happening now. Okay, today we're in Bert's Bistro, which is at Bennevilla, and Bert's Bistro is a social enterprise, and originally was designed as a meeting space to bring people together. And we traditionally thought that traditional elder populations would use it for food and stuff, but what we found over time is that youth use this place for banquets, for proms. Music is played here by young and old. They've also, I remember one time when we had the banquet for the Surprise Community Youth Leadership Program here, and the mayor was here, and we brought all the youth in and recognized their achievements in completing the program and celebrated it right here at Bert's.